The Buccaneers' most recent episode contains a very flimsy sequence that perfectly captures the essence of this week's episode, even though it doesn't contribute much to the plot. Blanche, the Dowager Duchess of Tintagel, and her one and got away, Hector Robinson, sit on a bench and talk about how long their love has lasted and whether it would have resisted a lengthy marriage. Blanche claims that if they had been married earlier, their situation would not have been as favorable. For the Duchess, the allure of their happy existence lies in the fact that it has remained in the world of fiction. You see, fantasies are far kinder than reality. The Buccaneers Season 2 Episode 4 breaks up Nan and Guy once again. The scene where Guy and Nan, the fugitive Duchess, promise to love one another until they turn 105 is a stark contrast to this one, but it's not just Nan whose dreams are dashed in ice cream. The Buccaneers is full of fantasies, and Nan's desire to live an adventurous life with Guy isn't even the most significant of them. Along with the aforementioned old love that has stood the test of time, there is also Mabel's delusion of having a romance with Honoria free from the intervention of a society that views same-sex love as abnormal, and Jinny's Imogen Waterhouse fantasy of leaving her abusive marriage in a world where women have few or no rights. Throughout Ice Cream, each of these characters will come to understand that their most intense desires are really delusions. Although it may not appear so at first, Nan is fully aware of her responsibilities to her sister. She and Guy hit it off again after an awkward initial meeting, and they travel around having a good time, interrupting weddings and kissing each other goodnight before bed. However, Nan makes yet another difficult decision when she sees a newspaper highlighting her fight for women's rights. She decides to return to England and become a duchess once more in order to improve Jinny and Freddie's lives. Guy is really furious about this, and he's kind of right, to be honest. The fact that Nan gave him a preview of what their life together would be like, treating what ought to have been a genuine vow of forever love as a vacation, is ultimately what infuriates him more than the fact that she has chosen to return home. Given that Nan had previously given up her life with Guy in favor of Jinny, the plot also seems a little the same. Was it really necessary for her to experience all of this again? More intriguingly, Mabel is beginning to understand that her mother is not the only person in England who doesn't follow her wishes. In order to find a partner for the family's youngest daughter, who has little interest in males, Conchita and Richard have determined they have no problem using the Elmsworth money. Honoria quickly realizes that the game of badminton Conchita and Richard invited her to is much more than just a small bit of sport, even though Mabel doesn't know it at first. Mabel refuses to be paired with a random, uninteresting lord, which is what they really want. Honoria confronts Conchita as soon as she tells her what's happening, and Conchita essentially explains that she took Mrs. Elmsworth's business because she wants her daughter to live comfortably. Their friendship appears to be about to fall apart. Thank you for watching.